Hello, welcome to the Maryrell Swedish Chapters. Yes, those of you who are new here, my name is Maryrell, a Ugandan living in Sweden. I talk about culture shock, stories. I talk about my life in Sweden. Please, if you haven't followed, please share, like, and consider subscribing. That way you push me ahead. So today we are going to talk about why some diaspora projects never succeed. Why is that? Let's dive in. Yeah, friends, let's say that some projects back home are designed to fail, unfortunately, and you are funding it. You are funding it. Wow, one may say, you keep on sending money, but nothing moves. No progress, no proof, just stories, like stories. Friends, let's be real. It's not always bad luck. Bad luck. Sometimes it is no clear plan, no accountability, too many people eating from the project, too many people involved. Your friends, relatives, whatever you may call them, but too many people involved. Dears, I say this with regret and pain, because I've been there. I know, I have heard stories. Yes, dears, you ask for updates. They say, we are working on it. That's the common, sentence. We are working on it. You ask for receipts. They keep quiet. And why is that? Why do they keep quiet? You have the best answer to that. Yes. Let me ask you a question. Have you ever funded something and nothing came out of it? Type me if you have experienced this. It's kind of interesting to know what I'm talking about. Friends, let's break down why, the truth, why many, projects fail. This is the truth breakdown. Yes. Let's start with no written agreement. You just trust a friend. Yeah, a friend or a relative. Just trust them so much. It's too much that you don't write any agreement. Mixing family with business. You hear that? Because people have this, the family card. The birth card mentality. Yes, let's go to the next point. No professional supervision. No architects, engineers, maybe they employ someone, they have, the workers, and sometimes they don't, supervise enough. Yeah. Okay, and the next point is fear of asking questions. You fear to ask questions because they guilt trip you. Guilt tripping? You feel guilty asking them questions because you should trust them. Then that takes us to the next point. Trust without verification. You just trust, hearsay. They tell you this and they just trust. No proof. No verification. Yes. Yes, we can't keep on doing that. So let's go to the solution that can save us, all this, predicament. Dears, let's go to, let's say this. If you want results, dears, start smart. Test trust. Use contractors, contracts, even with the family. Yes, use contracts. Hire independent professionals. Independent. Okay, when I say independent, it shouldn't be like through your relatives and all that. No, just independent. Because these people want money, they want to deliver, and they want to keep their reputation clean. They want more jobs because you are going to network for them. You're going to network for them. If they do a great job, you are going to market for them, Anyways, demand transparency. That's the next point. Demand transparency. Videos just, they work very well. Videos, updates all the time. Video updates, calls, and yes, if possible, visit. And you don't have to notify them. Just visit. Surprise visits. Do something. Yeah, do that, yes. This is your project. Remember that. Nobody should tell you this, and that. You do what feels right. You have to secure the future, dears. I normally say about, talk about that. You want to protect. You work so hard to get this money and, start this project. So you have to do whatever it takes so you protect yourself. Yes, friends, remember, love is not blind. Love is wise in this case. Love is wise. Remember that. Yeah. So then I have a question for you guys. So friends, is it disrespectful to ask your family for accountability? Type yes. If it's yes, type no. It's no. Or is it necessary? That's a good question for you. You have the best answer. Yeah. Type so I can really type yes or no. Yes. Friends, I have to end by saying you worked, too hard abroad to fund confusion. Protect your peace, dears. Protect your money. Remember all the winters you go through, those who are in, Western countries. The winters, cold nights, those of you who work nights, those of you who work outside, those who are driving, whatever you're doing, work too hard to just let your money just, disappear like that. So be wise. Friends, let me know if you have any questions. And of course, follow for part 4, dears. We are talking about fake emergencies. Hey, fake emergencies, dears. And of course, share this with someone building back home. Okay? Share with that person building back home. So, thank you for this time and thank you for watching. Bye.